Welcome back to the episode of my trading vlog. I want to talk about Bitcoin first because this is just what I have pulled up at the moment. I had a request from Christian, I believe, to talk about this corrective cycle. It looks like it might be an expanding flat, but honestly, I would be more keen to call it the top of a motive trend rather than to call this as a new high in wave B. And my count pretty much suggests that we've had three series of triangles all kind of pointing different directions at different wave degrees, which looks really dumb, but also you have to account for the sideways grind somehow with an upward bias. So the way I've done that is I've shown wave 3 peaking out towards 45,000, corrective waves A at the minuet degree shown in blue, and then 3 waves of B at the sub-minuet, A, B, where wave C here occurs in a diagonal and breaks down. Maybe this is even a little sharper. Completing wave B at the minuet degree, wave C then at that same wave degree, also triangle. So we got a triangle within wave B, a triangle as wave C, and then the next motive wave is actually an ending diagonal triangle, which is kind of weird, but I want to say I've seen this. Here we are on the daily time frame. This is a more broad look at the price. You can see we've been moving through this blue channel for a long time. Price has come up to the top of that channel and is now coming down and is in correction, and it's probably wave 4. You're going to see that I have wave A, B, and C. It could be waves 1, 2, and 3, in which case we're looking for the price not to fall below that 30,580 peak. If we get below 31,585, we're probably hitting bearish reversal on a large degree, meaning that this is A, B, and C as a corrective wave up, not a motive trend. And that's important because if we break the rule where wave 4 does not pass into wave 1, then this uptrend is corrective and the overall trend, the trend larger, the wave degree higher, is actually still down. And that's why that's bearish reversal at that level. And so if we can hold there, then we can suppose that we're actually still in a motive trend and we're looking for upside at a larger wave degree. This is what I'm working on with dominoes currently. I had a really hard time looking at this chart. It is bullish. We passed bullish confirmation. We got a big, strong green day. And this is kind of what we were expecting to look for. Some bullish confirmation taking us for a target up to 451.72. Price is on its way there. And I wasn't sure what to do here. There is a lower low here on the chart, which makes this count weird. And I don't know if I can really trust it. Maybe if I turn on candles. There we go. Within the 4-hour candlestick here, we have a lower low on the left. You can see how much different that looks when I turn on the line chart, where the lower low is over here. So it just depends on how you want to interpret the data, I guess. I'm pretty comfortable with this, where we've seen motive wave 1, corrective wave 2, motive trend 3, corrective wave 4, and then 5, with a downward breakout, making a leading diagonal triangle, with the exception that I don't see an overlap between waves 1 and 4 until I turn the candles on, and then yeah, we've totally got that wave overlap. Again, on the 4-hour chart here, looking at SLV, I've been fretting about this downtrend because, of course, I've been entering into long positions here. I'm not too worried still, I don't think. We've got a long way to go before we reach the top of this uptrend. We've seemingly formed an ending diagonal triangle where we've had a breakout at that 5th wave. We're looking for a reversal here. This would be a common bear trap, finding support near this prior valley. If we don't get support here, the target's 1977. That'd be the first target. When I zoom out, though, really, I think that we're moving through a larger pattern. It's this big triangle over here. And I'm going to zoom way out. We're going to go 10 years here. We can kind of get an idea of what's going on. I still think we've had, and follow me here, waves A, B, and this is probably a complex measured move down. And now we've got a triangle through here. What I'm thinking to myself is that this could be a 335 possibly. At any rate, we've got a triangle here at the end of a corrective pattern, which is good. I think we're just at that bottom trend line of support here, where I'm looking for reversal. We're going to see that volume here is pretty low towards the end of this corrective trend. On a very high wave degree, I'm still expecting bullish breakout. I'm just going to wait patiently. I'd really hate to see the prices come down here. If we get down to 20-ish, then yeah, it might be time to bail out. We'll see what happens today. Let's go check the dollar. This is kind of my overarching dollar analysis, which supports that we've seen the end of a downtrend. We're in a sideways grind. We're kind of looking to break out one way or the other. This very possibly could be an expanding flat through here, and that would mean this incoming A, B, and C waves have now been corrected with the recent rally, and we're actually waiting for the dollar to fall back down and perhaps test 99.75. If we get below there, then we're looking for this uptrending support, which currently is sitting at around 96. This would be a big dive in the dollar. And you might be like, Cap, you were just bullish on the dollar. And it's like, yeah, on the hourly time frame, I've been bullish. And I was saying 104. And I was just fussing with this, thinking like, where's the top of this rally? I can get 104 as a price target if I push everything up here. Boom, right there, I get that. But what if that rally actually ends back here? You know, then it's a little lower. It's hard. The dollar is complicated and annoying, which is why it's so hard to forecast, but I've been doing a pretty good job. I want to say if I look at the chart in this light, it looks like just like Bitcoin failed to reach its last target, the dollar might also be failing to do that. This might be waves A, B, and C. We're going to be looking to regain this downtrend potentially. We don't get bearish reversal until we get below 102.73. So you'll see bullish continuation here. I'm going to make this, now that we've passed through there, this actually flips to bearish continuation if we get below there. So I'm going to mark that. I'm going to color code it. I'm going to wait and see what happens. We could break out bullishly here. We really could, because of course that looks like a triangle, doesn't it? So if we get above and out of here, then yeah, we'll be looking for 104 still. But it's possible this is peaked out. We're going to need to wait for a couple of days probably to see which direction this is going to go. And this is really going to affect the price of SLV. SPY continues to rip. We got above 477.45, which was the bullish breakout level for me. And now we've seen the price soar beyond there. Maybe I extend out this pattern a little bit just so we can get a clear idea of where we're at. We are making possibly what's called an overthrow, which is where the price makes a breakout and then returns back into the pattern. We could come all the way back down and test 477.45 and then still be in a bullish position. At this point, bearish reversal in SPY is looking unlikely. Of course, it's going to look bullish until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it should probably turn around suddenly. It'll probably be a shock move and the markets are going to freak out. That's what I expect if we're going to see a bearish reversal in SPY. Right now, though, it's pushing higher. It's looking healthy. This is just the way the market's been for a long time. Again, I maintain the position that this entire rally can be corrective in nature, even if it sets a new high at a higher wave degree. We are looking for completion of a motive trend. And after that completion, then we'll be looking for downward correction, and it could take a very long time, like a very long time. AMC's found some bullish support here at, what is this, $4? Probably a big psychological level there. We're seeing the buying coming in. This looks like a lot of the corrective trends I've been seeing around the market, like in the dollar. It's just making a three-wave move, like pretty classic. And I'm going to stop it there. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I think this is an expanding flat. Waves A, B sets a new high, and then you get wave C, and then you get the next set of three, which is wave C. When I do that, 100% target is 475, and that target's been reached. What that means is now we're waiting to see if AMC gets below, not the top of wave B here, but the top of wave of A, which would be at 444. And so 444 becomes bearish reversal. And again, this is because if it gets below there, then wave A cannot be wave 1 because this correction, which would be 4, cannot pass into wave 1, in which case we have A, B, and C. And the larger trend is still down, leaving this correction as simply that, short-lived counter trend. Moving into GameStop. GameStop is doing a similar thing where we've broken this incoming downtrend, thank goodness, and it's not going to be any different than AMC at this point. The two are moving very similarly. I think I want to draw it like this. Boom, we've hit that 100% target at 1504, which is correction. And I haven't been following these very closely, but this is the analysis. It wouldn't have mattered if I did this today or last week. Those would have been the levels I used for the target, and those have been the targets reached. Got a lot of volume up here, of course, coming in as resistance. We'll see what happens. Here, we're looking for a bearish reversal at 1467, so we're pretty close. I'm going to turn on a line chart here, see what we got. Nice tail there. Bouncing off that level is good. Signals support. Let's go look at Plby next. Playboy has been doing some crazy stuff. We had this massive downtrend come through here. I don't know what drawing set I'm on. Looks like we're challenging the downtrend now, and this is correction through here. Pretty big downtrend. Brutal, really. I'm going to turn on the hourly time frame, get an idea of what I'm looking at. The corrections were, the target was 88 cents once I revised my graph. Of course, I thought we were going to stop at 103, but that wasn't right. We fell much lower, and so I had to figure out how to justify that. And when I did that, this is what I came up with. And this is actually the bottom of wave C down here. I was waiting for some sort of triangle to play out, but I think this is actually correct. So wave C took us from 145 down to 88, which is common for wave C. It's brutal, right? This is also a good fib retracement on the daily time frame from the run up from like 43 cents to $1.50. Dude, I mean, this is kind of an expected thing. I bought in at 1.7. I re-entered most of my position at like 110. I started at 117. I think actually this is my cost basis. I'll have to check. At any rate, I held through this and it bounced, thank God, and now it's looking pretty bullish still. If we get bullish continuation, which it looks like we are confirming today, then I'm looking for 132 or 150 again, pretty common. If we stay above 88 cents, I was saying, we're still bullish, right? Looking to stay above the top of wave 1 here. And this is what I've been doing on all the other charts. That 90-cent level can't be passed through, and it is on the hourly time frame. When I go into the daily time frame, it might be different. And so that makes things complicated because here on the daily, of course, it looks a lot different. Definitely didn't pass through that level on this time frame. And so basically it's just like confusing, right? Looking at the minute here, I'm going to turn on a candlestick chart. The candles here are hard to follow because there's so much of these little like blips, you know, because it's not trading all that actively. But that's why we have line charts. Pretty good day today so far. We'll see if we don't get bullish continuation. This is looking like a flag, right? Sideways grind. If we can get back above 120, then we'll continue hopefully beyond this downtrend and up to these other targets. And Playboy moves in a hurry, so you never know. It could just jump up there. I would appreciate that, but we'll see what happens. All right, happy trading.